What's good? What's good, my people? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. 30 minutes is kind of wild, even for 30 minutes kind of wild, even for us. I'm not even gonna lie. There ain't no excuse for this one. But listen, man, we made it. It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ready to have a good time. But listen, man, we're gonna get into some. Well, initially I thought we were just gonna talk about the Super Bowl, the run game, defense, what's better for the NFL franchise. But man, we got a lot to cover. I don't know which way this gonna go. Be honest with you, because there's been a lot of things that transpired since I made the title of the show. But before what I'm saying, I get into anything, let me bring my co-host up. Lou, what's good? What you, Lou?
Tone, what's good?
What's up? I'm, glad-
Hey,
I'm glad to see.
hey, Tone, real quick, right? Uh, I'm just gonna ask because we already had one dog at the house, right? And
Oh man.
my wife got this new idea to start looking around at new puppies and stuff to bring into the family, right? And I think I'm with it. But I just wanted to, because again, bro, you're a brother to me, right? I not only talk football with you, but just life in general, right? Personal things, right?
Right.
So what do you think of the dog food pedigree? I, I'm just saying, is
I,
that a good dog food? Is
listen,
pedigree a
I
good
mean,
dog food, man?
I heard about it as a brand, it's supposed to be a good brand, so I don't know. So you said we talking pedigree today? That's what you,
I, I'm trying to talk pedigree, Tone. That's what I'm talking about.
we might have to talk pedigree. What? You know what? I'm glad you said that because I don't even got to get you. You can get right into what kind of pedigree you think it takes for a team to make a Super Bowl run. What can you think it's all about the pedigree that they come with? Um,
I don't know, Tone. Listen. You know what's crazy? When we hired Brian Flores, I thought he was coming with a pedigree.
championship pedigree.
I thought when we hired Mike McDaniel, he had a guru pedigree of offense behind him. That's what I was told. I
I
thought
heard too.
Tyreek, I thought Tyreek had pedigree and Jalen Ramsey had pedigree and all these. You know what, Tone? Maybe we shouldn't talk about pedigree, dog. Maybe
Maybe,
maybe people don't want to really talk about pedigree.
maybe that's not the right pedigree. Maybe is it different types of pedigree? You know what I'm saying? The different levels. Maybe it's not that. Maybe I always say it's levels, Lou. So maybe it's the levels. It could be, I mean, depend on what type of pedigree can you go buy it at the store. Do it come with like? Do you build it? I don't. I really don't get where they coming from with that. But um, what I was gonna say, yeah. But listen, man. Listen, we got the Super Bowl coming up. You excited, Lou? Hey, listen, man. You ain't got your dog ain't in a race. So are you Kansas City right now, or you because that team out there not that special dude or you even though the future might still be bright, but she already starting already. Just relax. But yeah, Lou, are you rooting for one side or the other, or what we doing here with this Super Bowl, my brother?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Tone. I mean, yeah, they starting on Alex already. That I mean,
No, no, hold on,
that's
hold on,
crazy.
hold on,
Just
Lou, hold on,
just
hold on,
killing.
hold on. Hold on, Jess. I usually, I'm not gonna.
Oh shit.
I usually be cool with you putting Alex on the trade block. I'm all with you. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to set a standard over here too. We can't be talking about Mike McDaniel and people showing up late at night. I get it, but to say we gonna trade in Pete's take, that's my boy. Look cool, fine. But for Fred, I don't even know what a second round pick is. But for you to think that we would accept Fred in the trade, it's kind of that might be you might have to lose that rent for that one.
Hey man, I'm not trading Alex for a UDFA, man. Fred is a UDFA, man.
Wow, Jess, I expect more from you, homegirl, than that. Gee, Fred, she turned it. Woo, I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
virtual. They say
that's crazy.
more about Fred or the comp that she think the level that Alex is. What kind of pedigree did Alex come with if he get traded for Fred?
Yeah, that's. I'm gonna tell you right now, Alex has no pedigree if we trading him for Fred. I'm telling you that right now.
Yo, God, we traded him for Fred, bro. Hold on, let me see. It's a yeah. I started early today, man. Triple S say it was said earlier that Stroud was carried by a run game and Tua had to carry more. We not, don't even bring up. We didn't even. You right, Triple S. In 2023, Houston had 1,600 rushing yards and 10 rushing TDs. Three were by Stroud, so I guess seven by the running backs. In 2023, Miami had 2,300 rushing yards and 27 TDs. Zero by Tua. I'm guessing to say. So yeah, I guess it's safe to say, dang, he coming with the facts. Whew. I think
Now, now
I,
that's a pedigree statement right there. That's what I'm saying.
that somebody came with the pedigree. Uh, yo, I don't even know. I don't even know if I should put up Foncho's.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hell yeah, yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah, hey,
hell
listen,
yeah.
man. Shout out to them boys of the Bliss pickup, the missing Alex, Tony Agent Lewis for keeping it real, shooting it straight, being objective, and not being some lying clout chit. Yeah, I'm not going. Yo, y'all boy, listen, man, it got a little heat. Hey, listen, if y'all don't know, y'all not on the Twitter side of things, it got a little heated in the spaces. I'm not gonna lie, it got a little heated. Things were said. Mine, I'm cool with. I just want to put that out. If this, I'm cool with because you know what I'm saying. I know it's when you go in there, it's gladiator school is where we know how Batman running spaces. So it was kind of funny, you know what I'm saying. Now I am going. Everybody know I'm going to step to you. You know, if you talking that big stuff, I'm gonna step to you and say, you know, you gonna have to see me about that. But one thing I do pride myself on, if I could dish it out, you know, so I can't tell no one how to respond to it. So if a certain individual didn't take kindly to me cursing at them, then I'm not a type of person to be like, oh, well, then you can't, you know, say what you want. You supposed to say whatever you want, however you feel, make it sound. It was. I ain't. Once I sat back, it was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But me, mine and Batman was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't hold grudges anyway. You know, but it was funny, and I was really for to be like, yo, listen, bro. We had to talk about that. You know, at them training camps, if you want to, you know, we can have a real conversation. But
What
I don't
what
want to
what
be throwing the
what
all
what
right
uh,
word around there.
what other beef you talking about, Tone? Happened today besides you and Batman? What you talking about, dog?
I don't work for the first 48.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
you might
All right.
want to, you can elaborate on something you might be privy to, you know, one that I'm not privy to, Luke.
Tone. All I'm here to do is talk pedigree, dog. That's all I'm here to do. I'm not doing nothing else today tonight but talking pedigree. That's all
Oh
I'm doing.
my God. I'm not going to lie, bro.
But
This is kind of crazy.
but with the question you asked me about the Super Bowl, Tone, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was rooting very hard for the Commanders because I just think what Jaden Daniels did this season was special. Obviously, he's out. I had Kansas City making the Super Bowl. Now I know it's not a popular opinion because I guess Kansas City now is the team we love to hate, right? But I I come from a different perspective, Tone. I like to see greatness, bro.
Yeah.
I grew up in the Michael Jordan era, and I know Michael Jordan. People said it was boring just watching the Bulls and final. Not for me, bro,
No, it
because it was
wasn't for me.
greatness.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Shaq and Kobe, greatness, bro. Three straight. It was greatness. I know I give the Heat fans a lot of crap, but LeBron, Bosh, and Wade, what they did going to four straight finals, that's greatness, bro. Right? So at the end of the day, or at the end of the day, Tone, I'm sorry, but I want to see greatness. I want to see a team that has never been able to pull off a feat like this especially in the modern day area with free agency and how players move and this and that. To win three straight Super Bowls would be impressive, and that's what I want to see, Tone. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see Kansas City pull this thing out.
That you know what, and when you just think about our lifetime, we've seen a lot of things that like people like when you think of the greatest of all time, majority of them come from our lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Not before our time. And I see I'm a sports fan before I just have my team. Like I just love to watch sports. I love to play sports. I'm just sports all around. So I just don't have the hate and blood in me. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously I hate our division rivalries. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the fan in me to say, okay, we're gonna hate our division rivals. Okay, cool. But when it comes to things of this nature, and watching the Patrick Mahomes of the world, and now what Saquon was the season that he's had, I was one of the ones that was rooting for him to break that rushing record. I didn't like the fact that they set him, and you could tell when they asked him about it that he was a little bothered by it, but he kept it real, P PC. You get what I'm saying? So being politically correct, but you could see it on his face. However, I've never usually when I go my Super Bowl takes and I give takes and I I could usually have a good feel for it. At this point, I never I never go against greatness. I never go against greatness, and I tend to ride with greatness because they have proven themselves. They have shown that they has what it takes and they know what to do when it comes to winning a big game. Because we already see it. You know what I'm saying? That three-peat. You know why this is better. This would be more impressive than an NBA three-peat because of the physicality of the game. And to go through that means you had to endure some injuries. That means you had to endure some down plays. That means you had to endure some people leaving in free agency. You know what I'm saying? You had to bring rookies along. You had to go through it. And this is a 3-season span. And bro, let's be real. That would be highly impressive. It would be highly impressive. Unfortunately, bro, I was watching Saquon, bro, and I just think he deserved one, bro. If I was to go with my first round, I'd be like, man, Kansas City gonna pull this off. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, whenever he had the opportunity to be great, he always be great. Always. You could bet that, take that to the bank. Pat Mahomes is gonna be great when his number is called, when it's called upon. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be selfish for my own selfish reason because I like what Saquon has been doing. And plus, bro, the dude, like he was supposed to have that Russian title. So I'm like, man, at least he could do it in it with a Super Bowl, you know. And I would like that. So the both storylines, I wouldn't mind that storyline as well. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't mind that because it's a rematch. I think if I'm gonna be real, Philly technically, I ain't gonna say Philly. Let's just say Jalen Hurts technically outplayed Mahomes their first matchup. He did. He outplayed them, but he made the biggest and the most critical mistake to cost him that game. And that's when it comes down to when I talk about it and I'd be like, yo, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. Miss me with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? The game is gonna go up and down. You're gonna have momentum swings. You're gonna have teams going run. You're gonna have a dead point in the middle. But when it's come to crunch time and you have an opportunity to either put the game away or pull off the victory, that's when I need you to show up. Because that's the only thing people are going to talk about and remember for the most part. That's what they're going to remember. They're not going to remember what happened if it's a big turnover or whatever. But for the most part, if you have a blunder in the middle of the game and you pull that game out, no one is talking about that. Because if you want to, let's be 100, right? If what's his name? The tight end. If Mark Andrews catches that ball and Baltimore goes on to win that game, nobody talk about Lamar Jackson throwing an interception and fumbling that ball. No one's talking about that. The only thing they'll say he finally was able to beat Patrick Mahomes. So for me as a quarterback, and when you and the team in general, I need my best players because on the I would say on Philly this year, I think it had to be Saquon had to step up, and then look at his run in the playoffs. Bro, he had big game after big game after big game and showed up. So when it comes to the Kansas City, bro, let's be real. When it comes to when it's time to the crunch time, I need my best player to show up. Forget what happened before in the middle. If it come to crunch time and there's an opportunity to win a game, just show up. Then that's all I'm saying. So I don't know, bro. But I'm gonna be I ain't gonna I'm gonna be rooting for the Eagles though. I'll have to. I can't go with you on this one, Lou. I don't care
Well,
if I want to go pay Kansas City.
yeah, yeah. And listen, I get it. I think that's the popular opinion. I think a lot of people are rooting for the Eagles. But to your point, Tone, right? Listen to what you said. In the first Super Bowl, this first matchup, Jalen Hurts outplayed Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Cool. You know what happened in the fourth quarter, though?
Mm.
To get them in the scoring drive, Patrick Mahomes had a 32-yard scamper
Yeah.
that get them into field goal range. So no one remembers how bad he played, to your
Yeah.
point, in the game. They just remember that 32-yard run to get them in the field goal range to win the game. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, and that's what we're talking about, bro. That's the point you were trying to make earlier that people were missing. It's not about, even in a game, let's say Tua, for instance, even if they don't win, but if Tua comes out with his opportunity, whenever it is, and he puts the team in position to win the game, that's all we need. That's all you need, bro. I can live with the result if my guy puts the team in a position to win, right? What I can't do, Tone, is live with the results if my guy puts the team in a position to lose.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Forget about the completion percentage. Forget about all these stats. I listen. I'm not trying to get on the Tua thing, but at the end of the day, I see your point. It's, to be honest, I'm rooting for a good game, bro. That's what I'm rooting for. I don't want to see a blowout either way. I'm rooting for a good game. For me, just my opinion, I would want to see greatness though, and I do want to see kind of Kansas City pull it out. But listen, do I believe they have the better team? No, I think Philly does have the better roster, the better team overall. Now, I do want to ask you a question, Tom.
Go
If
ahead. I
Philly
was gonna
does
ask you
pull
that
up,
question, but go ahead.
if Philly pulls off because I think it's an upset, right? I think Kansas City, even though they're not favorite, they're the champs, bro. And we know. Listen, I
Wait,
heard you say
who's
the
the
other day.
favorite? Who's the favorite? I didn't even look at that.
Well, I think Kansas City by 2. I think
Okay. So it will be an upset then. Technically, it was.
so. It would technically be an upset, but either way, Tone, I heard you say the other day you're a wrestling fan, kind of in the older days. Ric
Mm-hmm.
Flair always says it. To be the man, you got to beat the
You got
man.
to beat the
Kansas
man.
City is the man.
Yeah.
Kansas City is the man, whether we like it or not. If the Philadelphia Eagles, Tone, beat the Kansas City Chiefs in this Super Bowl, we have a quarterback playing in this Super Bowl, Tone, that was drafted the same year Tua Tagovailoa was.
Oh man, don't talk about that.
Is Jalen Hurts, Tone, and I'm going to put you on the spot, is Jalen Hurts with a Super Bowl win, and now, again, I think he's won the division as well 2 times already. Is Jalen
Did he?
Hurts a better quarterback? Well, he won it this year for sure.
Did he win in
And
the year they went to the Super Bowl? I don't think he won it that
I
year.
I believe they were. I believe
Oh,
they did
okay.
win that.
Okay. You may be.
And again, I could be wrong, but even without, he won it this year. So he has one division, let's say, because we're not sure if he won it again, and he would have a Super Bowl ring. Drafted same year, Tone. Is he better than Tua Tagovailoa?
At quarterback? No, I can't do that.
Okay,
No.
no, I was just asking. Absolutely.
No, but the reason why, like, he has a way better team. Let me not say way better team. He has a better team, I think, overall team, right? And the way that they play football is how can I say this? Everything Tua has more asked of him than what they asked Jalen to do. He's not asked to do as much as we asked Tua to do with the way we have our team constructed. And from a quarterback standpoint, now we know, if we're gonna be honest, his greatest strength is his legs, his power. He literally got his own play, the tush push, that people are trying to emulate that now, right? And we know about his squatting and whatever. So now he's a winner though. And I don't care if you don't have to be. Joe Flacco wasn't the best quarterback in the league when they won a Super Bowl, but he was a winner. Eli Manning was never the best quarterback in the league, when they won a Super Bowl. But he was a winner. And he was clutch. See, now, when people say, oh, Eli Manning was never good, Eli Manning has always been clutch, though. Always been clutch. Might not been the greatest quarterback in the league. Cool, we give you that. But don't tell me that man wasn't clutch. You know, he literally beat the greatest team that at that time had the most wins in history in a single season, right? And he's the only thing that stopped them from being the greatest team of all time, which was that New England Patriots team. You know, he's the sole reason for Randy Moss not having the Super Bowl. So, and he beat Tom Brady, which is we still call him most of us the greatest quarterback of all time. He beat that guy twice by being clutch. So, you know, one thing about it, football is the ultimate team sport, the ultimate one. You know, so all I'm gonna say is I won't put him over Tua because he's not asked to do as much. And at the position of quarterback, I just think it's levels, and we could see the clear. I want to move on for Tua. I'm not a big fan of him getting injured, and us. I wasn't a fan of them paying him in the offseason. I was a fan of him playing on a 5th-year option. So we all know this. I'm just reiterating, just in case, restating it, just in case people not familiar with it on the YouTube side. But I won't say he, Jalen Hurts would be better than him. Go ahead.
And I agree, Tom. Right, but I think Kenna, and shout out to Kenna for pulling up. I'm gonna use Kenna's question, but I'm just gonna rephrase it. Right,
because he Tua will win the Super Bowl in Philly.
No. But let me rephrase the question, Tone. Right? Because I like where Kenna's going with it. I just want to rephrase it. In your opinion, Tone, because from a passing standpoint, I'm with you. Right? Tua is a better passer than Jalen Hurts. So I get what you're saying from quarterback. But when you started, Tone, you said what they asked Tua to do is more than what they asked Jalen to do. Yeah, from the passing standpoint, but Philly also asked Jalen to run the ball.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And they also asked him to get, to your point, the push, the quarterback sneak, right? The tush push. That's something we can't ask our quarterback to do. So I'm just going to rephrase the question, Tone. If with the same team, if Tua's the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, do you even think they make the Super Bowl?
See, I'm gonna say the only reason why I say probably not, and I don't know because they have a I mean, listen, man. He could, and it is the only reason I say he could. They have a dominant run game, dominant offensive line. They could literally tell Tua to do one thing: don't mess this up. Be efficient. You know what I'm saying? Make the play. Just don't mess it up. And I think if he had a team like that around him, that could potentially, he could do it. Now he would have to stay healthy. They would lose, which is so. This is why I say potentially. I would lean more to no than yeah, and this is the only reason. And I'll say 49-51, right? Because that tush push helps them a whole lot. You take away the tush push from Philly, they lose more games than a lot more games.
1,000%.
And you can't run that with Tua at quarterback. So you'll go back to have to rely on Tua either handing the ball off or hit someone trying to quarterback sneak. So I think that changed the whole dynamic of Philly. So I don't know. Man, Jaden and the Commanders are in the Super Bowl if Tua is the QB in Philly, because Philly is getting packed round one. Listen, man, I know y'all hate him, right? I know it. I'm going to be objective. I'm not going to be one of the ones that just going to, slander his name and just dog him because, we're just not Tua fans. I'm not that. Y'all know we keep it real. And first of all, do I think if he stays healthy, is a possibility. Now, do I think no? Because he's going to get injured. We know this. Hey, we done seen Jalen Hurts take some crazy hits. Remember that man had a concussion. Didn't he have a concussion before as well?
He got a concussion against the Commander game.
So
Yeah.
now that's why this is only an asterisk saying if he stays healthy, there's a possibility that he can. But the thing about it is, a lot of the big plays was him making plays with his feet. So
absolutely, and I'm glad you brought up the point, Tone, of the tush push and stuff, because Philadelphia, what makes them dangerous, if on the first down, let's say Saquon gets 6 yards, and let's say they run the ball on second down and he gets 2 more yards. Now it's 3rd and 2, right? Let's say you hand off the ball, Tone, and they know they're going to try to run. Saquon only gets a yard. Now it's 4th and 1. A lot of teams in that situation, Tone, they're punting the ball.
Yeah.
Right? With Philly, and this is what makes them dangerous, they get 4 downs to play with.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Especially in short yardage situations. And that's where, in my opinion, listen, to your point, and I'll give you the credit for it because you said it, and I completely agree with it. If Tua is the Philly quarterback, they are not winning 13 games like they've done this season.
Yeah.
Because it just is what it is, bro. They're not playing 4 downs with Tua like they could play 4 downs with Jalen Hurts. It just is what it is, bro.
Yes, and to that point, that's one of the ones that I wanted to whoa, Tony H, no hate. He said, whoa, Tony H, no hate. I'm stating facts. Tua ain't running 60 yards for a touchdown like Hurts did to help win that game. No. You're right. Fact. That's a fact.
I don't think Tua had 60 yards the entire season rushing.
Yeah, I see. So what I'm saying is, it's not about hate. It's about the art of playing quarterback. Hurts is a better QB. See, that's why I disagree in all aspects and nuances of playing QB. No, that's not true, bro. That's incorrect. Tua is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts any day of the week, twice on Sunday. Jalen Hurts is hands down
throwing the ball.
Throwing the ball. Yeah. Jalen Hurts is hands down the better athlete. Jalen Hurts, hands down, gives you more opportunities at quarterback. He opens up different things in the playbook. He gives you more options for you to work with. So, yes, from that standpoint, but like, let's call a spade a spade. We don't have to, downplay the way the man played quarterback without just to prop up Jalen Hurts. Listen, Jalen Hurts is a winner. Would I take Jalen Hurts at the Miami Dolphins? For sure. Like, I'm sorry. A lot of people are like, no. I want a winner. You understand? And do I think that he could run the offense that we're running? No. He's not running. No. Hands down. But if you give Mike McDaniel, go ahead.
No, I was just saying. So when you say you want a winner, you want a guy with pedigree, is what you're saying.
Pedigree, I don't know. Whatever he comes, whatever pedigree it is, I need that dog. Well, I guess pedigree is dog food. We need people that got that dog in them. So I guess we need the pedigree. You see how that comes out? I like what you did.
It comes full circle, Tom. It comes.
You know what I'm saying? And I want winners on this team. I don't want the dude that has the prettiest looking ball, the most catchable ball, because we see what that what that's giving us. It's giving us hope just to be let down at the end of the season. And I don't want that for my franchise. And when it comes down to making plays, long as your guy can make a play when it counts, it's cool, bro. It's all good. We don't have to have the greatest arm in the world. Last time I checked, and listen, this is a rematch. But the first time, bro, Jalen Hurts looked that man out of the eye and say, hey, I'm gonna play my game, and I don't see no feel with her. He just had the turnover, the crucial turnover, where you can't have that. But you don't think Philly felt like they were gonna pull that game off? And for the most part, almost all of us did. They were going in to put that game away. So yeah, I don't have to think of, I don't have to take kill Tua and try to put Jalen Hurts over him just to say that Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback. Listen, Jalen Hurts, he's listen in the NFL. Jalen Hurts won more than Tua. That's what I would like as a quarterback. I just, you know what I'm saying? Hurts, Triple S said Hurts is much better at injury prevention and contact absorption. Right, because he's built like that. You get what I'm saying? Um, that's what I'm saying. Hurts better than Tua 2 years ago. I don't know because he went to the Super Bowl. I guess Tua runs whatever play is called, no matter what the defense is. I guess you know what I'm saying. All 22. They say all 22, and you'll see Hurts changing plays. And because okay, cool. I mean, I don't. If y'all say, you know what I'm saying, sometimes the coach do give you multiple plays to call. I just want y'all to know, you know what I'm saying. So and to get and to that, I would say the play calling. That's what Mike McDaniel need to simplify the play calling a little bit because by the time he called that Delgo complex play and get to the line, there's not too many times that he have enough time to change plays and all that. And you get what I'm saying? And so I'm not really gonna be saying he needs to what you call it, what they were saying, he's smarter because I see him saying he's smarter, that he needs to audible and everything. Listen, I'm not gonna get into all that. If y'all feel like I would want him to
Well,
audible and all that, but there's plays to be made all over the field. We watched the all 22 over here
well,
on
do,
Wednesday.
do you think Tone Mike McDaniel dummied the offense down for Tyler Huntley?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Okay, so he just dummied it down. Now it was for the most part it was the same play calls.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying the way he called the plays
Yes.
was
Yeah.
well, oh, okay. Because I was about to say when Tyler Huntley was playing,
Benjamin, what's
it
good, bro?
it looked like the Dolphins were getting to the line with enough time with
Yep.
Tyler Huntley.
Yep.
So that's why I wanted to ask and just clarify with you. So you do believe he was so you believe that Mike McDaniels should do the same thing for Tua that he did with Tyler Huntley?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
gonna put that
Okay. All
on
right.
Mike McDaniel.
Fine.
Simplify, give him more time. We know he know how to diagnose defenses. And now, no, listen, and I listen, listen. I always tell people just go back and listen to my takes. I don't change on my takes. Do I think Tua had the capability of being successful? Yes, but I just don't think right. I just don't think that he can avoid getting hit and getting injured. That's just me. And he still haven't convinced me that he could show up in the big games. He hasn't. Now, I've seen a little bit of improvement, which is why I don't say I don't think he can show up in the big game. I've seen it, especially this season. I've seen it the Arizona game. I've seen it the Buffalo game, the and the Jets game. You know, I saw him show up, win the game for us. Now Buffalo gave up the 63-yard field goal. Arizona, we had to win. They gave up the field goal at the end. Plus, he contributed with the safety. Cool, but I've still seen him show up in games. We finally won a Monday night game up there in LA against the Rams. So those are the reasons why I would say I'm not convinced that he can't eventually right? Consistently beat the upper echelon teams. Now he's shown us that he has the capability, but like Lou say, those are anomalies when it's few and far in between. That's the only two things that he had to convince me on. But the injury concern, bro, no, bro, it's not. It's not gonna happen. It's just not. I'm sorry. And I mean, the 49ers, Aquavision wasn't who they were, and I just gave them credit for the Rams game. But yeah, and so for the people that just saying build the wall, I want to pose the question to the people that say build the wall, right? And Louis, maybe you could answer that because I know you answered this before, you know. But before we do that, let's get into the second part that I want to get in the show. In your opinion, Lou, what do you think is more important for a team to be successful, a run game or defense?
Mm, um. Mm. Listen, there was a lot of success from a lot of teams this season running the ball.
Yep.
Right. I would still say for me though, it's going to be a defense.
Yep.
Um. And there's two ways. Let me say this, Tone. I think there's two ways to skin a cat. From the running game
He
perspective.
always said more than one way to skin a cat. That's the saying.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I think again, do you need a big time running back? Sure it helps, right? But I do want to say again, the guy in Washington was the leading rusher. That came from the quarterback perspective, right? So if you mean to tell me I can get a guy, now I don't need a guy that's running from the quarterback position for 8,000 yards, but if a guy can get me 300, 400, an extra 500 yards rushing, right? I, in my opinion, just to answer the question, I think yeah, a defense, in my opinion, is a is a bigger need for a team than just a strong run game. Because again, bro, I think, and this is to your point, I know you're gonna like this with Joe Burrow.
Mm.
Bro, if Joe Burrow this season would have had a defense, Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals would have been playing this Sunday.
Yep, that's a
That
fact.
is a fact.
That's
Cincinnati, with the way that offense was performing, and Cincinnati didn't have a good run game. Joe Burrow didn't have no run game there. He just didn't have a defense. And without a running game, Joe Burrow threw for 50 plus touchdowns, almost what, 5,000 yards? Like, so no, 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 no. Again, a running game is nice. It's cool. I get it. But no, if you're asking the question, Tone, no, defense, in my opinion, is the way to go.
yeah. I'm glad. I wanted to ask you that first. So I was looking at it and I was saying, what made me pose this question is like, okay, we keep complaining about running game and build a wall, and what I'm saying they went the Baltimore Ravens when it got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and Philadelphia when it got Jalen Hurts, the Saquon Barkley, and so forth and so far. Even the 49ers when it got Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey. Cool. Those are all cool stories, and the dominant running games. But I posed this question before. I'm gonna pose it again. Can we please go look at the Super Bowl winning, excuse me, teams and tell me when the last time it was a dominant running back and that won a Super Bowl? I just like when you go look at it, right? But you want to know what's the key to most of them teams? Majority of them, they defense. I'm sorry, them defense was flying around the ball, holding it down, giving that quarterback. Because when you got a quarterback, it's a playmaker. All you got to do is get the game in the fourth quarter, give them an opportunity to win, to put it out at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen teams, i.e., Baltimore Ravens. One thing I want to remind everyone, I don't care how dominant your running game is. This is not the early 70s. This is not the 60s, 70s, and early 80s anymore. You get what I'm saying? I just said the 80s. Because from the late 80s to the 90s, we started seeing that switch started turn on, and each quarterback had to make plays. When you go to the Super Bowl and in the playoffs, the one consistent that you see, and I don't care what no one says, is that your quarterback has to make plays. Facts. And then when your quarterback make plays, then you'll need that defense to get the stop. Guess what? Kansas City, when they beat 49ers, Patrick Mahomes drove them down, but they needed Chris Jones to force an Aaron throw by Brock Purdy to seal the game. You get what I'm saying? Remember when my dude, Matt Stafford, drove the round down to get the game win, to take the lead with a touchdown to Cooper Kupp? Guess what they needed? Aaron Donald to make a play to force an Aaron throw. You get what I'm saying?
Malcolm Butler intercepting.
Malcolm Buckley intercepting
against the Patriots.
Russell Wilson.
Yep.
Yeah, Russell Wilson. We see these plays all the time. So I'm leading defense. The run game, Benjamin's in there saying it 100%. Jaden Daniels didn't have either. He was the running game. And that dude took his team to the NFC title game. Oh, this is a good, not a bad take. Run game for regular season, defense for the playoff. The problem with that delusional, you can't just all of a sudden switch and have a defense. You get what I'm saying? So you got to take one with you. You can't switch once you get to the playoffs. So that's what I would say. I'll believe and I would lean more towards a defense because you gonna have to get stops. You have to. You know, Houston had an amazing running game. You know what I'm saying? Still, you know what I'm saying, wasn't enough. Detroit, amazing running game. What was the cost of they lost? Jared Goff had a terrible game. It, they're gonna make defenses. They're gonna make your quarterback have to make a play, and he has to be able to make a play. So on the other side, you need your defense to be able to make a key stop, to make a get stop. And I'm be real with you, bro. We had an amazing running game 2023. I'm sorry, it was crazy. Benjamin put the numbers up there. But we still needed our quarterback to make a play towards the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, the defense was holding, and they broke towards the end. You know, and we could name a couple of games, and then we see when the defense just don't have hold that Baltimore Raven game where we was going in for the number 1 seed, and that defense couldn't hold because there's not a drop touchdown by Tyreek, Tua throwing the 2 interceptions in the first half. That game got away from us real quick. If you had a defense that could hold it down, it probably would have been a little bit closer. Same thing in that Buffalo game, week 4 in 2023. 2 fumbles by Raheem Mostert. Next thing you know, game get broken wide open. Boom, you playing catch up the whole time. You know, when you have those solid defense that could turn those turnovers into either stops or field goals instead of touchdowns, trust me, it goes a long way. So I'm on the line with Tulu. Yes, I'm taking defense 10 out of 10 times. A run game, you know what I mean? So I think, and defense win championships, and it might not be the sole reason, and you might not be able to win like the Baltimore Ravens did with 2000 Ravens and 2022 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You might not be able to win with solely defense and a lackluster or mediocre quarterback, but you do need to bring that defense. Because listen, Patrick Mahomes the last 2 years hasn't been the Patrick Mahomes. But they won 11 games 2023, and they won 14 this year. So why? That defense been stepping up. It ain't been no run game. It hasn't. It's been the defense making plays, holding them into games, and Patrick Mahomes, you go do your thing towards the end of the game. You know what I'm saying?
All I know, Triple S said we need some Buckeyes on the Dolphins. Shaking my head. That's some championship pedigree. God damn it!
How'd Jerome Baker look over here?
Well, he was getting 100+ tackles.
What about Roquan McMillan?
We didn't give him enough time. He needed to develop. He needed more time to develop. God
what about Ted Ginn Jr. then?
Hey, good player. good player, Tom. Good player.
Oh no! Didn't that team win a championship with Ted Ginn? Did they?
Yeah. I believe so.
I know he had Alex Gonzalez over there with him too. But shout out to Triple S, man. You gonna rock with them Ohio State Buckeyes for a fact. But yeah, dang, I was gonna ask you something before I got into that. I forgot the question I wanted to ask you about the run game or the defense because I wanted the players. But forget all that. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing that I want, and I know if game on the line, right? Because we know for the most part what Kansas City is going to do, right? And we understand this. You get what I'm saying? But Philly, being how they lost, you get what I'm saying? Do you think, and this is do you think that they are going to be to run the ball consistently against the Chiefs for them to be able to pull out this victory, Lou? Or do you think they have to run the ball successful to win the game? Do you think that's the only way they beat Kansas City if they run the ball successful?
I do. I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to play as well as he played the first matchup. I don't think so, right? And I think Philly is built different, this team, than it was when they faced the first time. I think Philly is going to try to lean on that running game, especially with Saquon Barkley. And this tone is a very good question, at least for me, because I've been saying it. when everybody tells me about the Dolphins, we need to build a wall and get a running game. And what do I always say? Okay, that's cool. But if I'm the defensive coordinator, what I'm doing is I'm throwing 8, 9 guys in the box. I'm playing bump man-to-man coverage. And if your quarterback can beat me, then cool, I get beat. But what I'm not going to allow you to do is to run down my throat with Saquon Barkley. That's what I'm not going to do. And I think
That's
Steve,
hey,
I think,
yo.
hey, man, listen, hey, I've been sipping on a little bit, Tone. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
You know
I'm
what?
getting ready to step
All right.
out
I
tonight,
forgot you.
man.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah. I forgot you
my,
got the little. I appreciate you for even. All right, cool.
yeah, yeah,
We know
yeah.
one thing. Hey, Lou, we know one thing. You ain't never going on the trading block.
Hey, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm in it for the long haul, Tone. I'm in it for the long haul, dog.
Ah.
But yeah, listen, I think in the Super Bowl matchup, I think what because again they got Trent McDuffie, believe it is the
Jimmy
corner.
Duffy at cornerback. Yeah.
He's one of the best in the business,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now I'm not saying he can lock down AJ Brown, but I think it'll be a good matchup or Devontae Smith, however you want to do it. If I'm the Kansas City Chiefs and I'm Steve Spagnuolo, what I am doing is I'm basically selling out to stop the run. And if Jalen Hurts can beat me through 4 quarters of football with his arms, then cool, I can live with that result. What I cannot live with is Saquon Barkley having 189 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's what I cannot live with. So at the end of the day, to answer your question, I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to play as good as he did the first matchup. And if I was Kansas City, that's the game plan. Stop Philly's run, and bro, basically what defenses have been doing to the Dolphins. They know what we like to do. They know what we're good at. They take that away, and they make Miami beat them another way. If I'm Kansas City, I know what you want to do, Philadelphia. You want to run. I'm going to take that away. Now I need to see if your quarterback behind the center can beat me in another way. And that
And
would be my game plan.
yeah, because I really wanted to know. Um, I think they're going to tell Jalen Hurts, bro, you're gonna have to beat us. I just think Jalen Hurts. I don't. I think Jalen Hurts is gonna have to be the reason that they win this game. I don't think Steve Spagnuolo is not gonna let Saquon Barkley kill him. He gonna say you're gonna have to prove AJ Brown wrong. You know what I'm saying? That it was the quarterback. Remember, he got frustrated and everything. Yeah, you about to make AJ Brown and Devonta Smith happy because, bro, we are not. And I repeat, you know what I'm saying? Chris Jones, Loftus, and the boys, you know what I'm saying, on that D line, they not.
Tone,
Nick Bo-
I'm not trying to cut you off, dog. But this is what we're talking about, man. I know. Listen, me and Tone want to move off of Tua. We get it. But the fact is, bro, look at this, Tone. Hurts can push the football, y'all tripping, stack the box, and he can go over the top.
Oh gosh.
There was 9 games this season where Jalen Hurts threw for less than 200 yards.
Yeah, that's crazy,
In,
Jason.
in multiple games, he threw for less than 100 yards. Like, can we stop the cap, bro? No one is saying it's like it's okay to come out and say you don't like Tua and you want to move off of Tua, but you don't have to brag or try to boast up other guys to make that argument. Jalen Hurts is not that from a passing perspective, bro. He's not. I'm sorry. The numbers dictate that because all I'm saying is if the Dolphins, Tone, went on a 9 game stretch where Tua was throwing in those 9 games less than 200 yards, and in a couple of those games throwing less than 100, what do you think we would be saying, Tom?
Get him out the building.
Come on, bro.
Run
This
him
is
out of
what I'm
town.
saying. And
They
this
would have
is all
said
I'm
run
saying.
that man out of town for 100% facts. You feel what I'm saying? But and you made me forget what I was saying. Oh yeah,
My bad,
listen.
my bad, my
No, I
bad.
got it. It was Jalen Hurts. Man, I got it. So Jalen, I think if they're smart, right, they would for a fact, 100% fact, they would have to make Jalen. I think that was Steve Spagnuolo's gonna do. Make Jalen Hurts. Hey, listen, you're gonna have to beat us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, G, if you feel like I think he gonna have to show that. Now, do he have the capability? Of course. You know, AJ Brown and Devonta Smith he got both of them paid. So we're not gonna say he's not capable of doing it. I just think he's the lesser of the evils. You know what I'm saying? You're not. I mean, he's not striking fear in you as the thrower of the football. He's not striking fear in you, bro. He's not. You know. Now with his ability to make plays with his legs, yes, that's where the trouble comes when a Jalen Hurts and the kid is a winner, bro. Like he's a winner. Like I just want people to understand that kid is a for sure winner. So we gotta give him props where props is due and be like, hey, listen, man. You know what I'm saying? The kid's a winner. Just Steve gonna be like, show me, my bro. Show me you can win other than that tush push and with your legs. I think they'll have to contain them in the pocket as well, too, Lou.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Tom. But this is why we have the best chat in the world, bro. Ted Ginn
I
was
skipped
that
over
dude.
that for you.
Ted Ginn was the dude. We just didn't have the guard play.
I skipped over that for you.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Triple H. Triple H. You know I think did he play with that? I think he played with the unicorn a line too. So but I get what you did there, man. Bruh. He said, we didn't if Hurts win the game and it's because of him, if Hurts win the game and it's because of him and his arm, he's he's tops, I guess top five. Top five in my opinion. He's top five in my opinion. Okay, yeah. That's what he said. He's top five in my opinion.
Oh, Benjamin's
Um
tripping. Benjamin been
yeah,
in that
Benjamin.
cabinet, dog. Yeah, he been in that cabinet.
Yeah, he was. He said, yeah, he said he was a bud before he was drafted. To be honest, yeah, he was more of a playmaker, punt return, kick return guy. Yeah, man, hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I didn't even tell y'all go ahead and subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. Y'all like the content, man. Listen, man, it was whoo. I'm not even gonna tell you how difficult. I know. Hey, listen, we was 30 minutes late. It was for a reason. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I literally didn't walk into the house until 8:36. So I was 6 minutes late. You know what I'm saying? I was 6 minutes late. And I had to start a show off because you know what I'm saying, we got people that be late and it's Friday, but we get it. Whatever. And but yes, so what I'm saying, yeah, so hit the like button, man. Y'all subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Hey, listen, I told y'all, man, we gonna bring the content. We got regardless of what, man. If I too Lord, I tell you how much problem that traffic was out there was crazy. Man, I thought I wasn't gonna make it, be honest with you, but I made it. Did what we had to do to make sure we get this stream up for y'all. And yeah, shout out to Lou, man. Lou literally is his wife got something going for him, and he made sure he pulled up and did his thing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't making no excuses over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no excuses. We fight through injuries. We play through, you know what I'm saying? We might show up. Y'all might have to find us for being late. but that's a different story though. You know what I'm saying? But we got
man,
them dogs in us.
man, listen, Tone. The best way that I can tell the chat how we show up, right, is that you got dudes over here that have pedigree, dog. You got some dudes over here with some pedigree, and we ain't
Oh
gonna let
God.
y'all down, man. It just
Oh
is
my
what it
God. He
is.
said the league is delusional. The league is delusional re-signing guys like Hurts, Purdy, Daniel Jones, and Tua. How can you put Hurts the first name up there? He's literally appearing. He about to appear in his second Super Bowl. Am I missing something there? I don't know. And he bought. I get it. I don't know. You might not like him as a quarterback, as from an optic standpoint, maybe because he don't throw the ball as pretty as you think he does. Whatever it is, but I don't know, bro. I get it. I'm gonna let you have that CTR, whatever it is. Mr. Polk, shout out to you. Shout out to you for showing up. Everyone that showed up, man, still 18 of y'all in the building on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? And we were 30 minutes late, and y'all still pulled up and showed the boys love. So, man, always it's gonna be much respect for y'all. Let me go check this out before I get up out of here. You hear me? Um, Lou, anything before we get up out of here, Lou?
Hey man, nah, listen, it's been a stressful week. Um, things get heated at times, but again, appreciate the show, appreciate everybody pulling up, and what I promise you one thing: Monday we will not be 30 minutes late. That's the one thing I can promise you. Now I'm not saying we started right on time at 7:30, but I will promise you we will not start at 8.
That's most definitely a fact, man. Whew, goodness. But yeah, man. So listen, man, Lou. So I'm guessing you want to give a score prediction or what?
Oh shit, man. Damn, I
Hey,
thought we were getting
put the
up
score
out of here.
prediction. Yeah, put the score prediction in the chat, man. Before y'all get up out of here, I
Yeah, yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
Put them score
Um,
predictions in there before y'all get up out of here. You hear me?
Listen, I think it's a good game tone. I think it comes down to the final possession, and I'm gonna say the final possession is in the hands of that bad man in Kansas City. And when we all know what happens when that bad man has the ball late, 27-24, Kansas City for the three-peat. You know what we do? Hey, you know what they say about the thing in Missouri, in Kansas City, right? It's bright over there.
Show me
It's
state.
bright. It's bright in Kansas City, Missouri. It's bright over there. So I got Kansas City winning, man, 27-24.
Hey man, chat. Y'all dropped them 27, 24.
27-24, Kansas City.
Uh, um, he say CCR. Let me read this last one. He say the only way to beat Mahomes and Allen is to get Mahomes or Allen or build the best roster in the league like the Eagles. Joe Burrow beat both of them. I just want to point that out. Uh,
Even the sun shines on the dog's ass from time to time.
what? From time to time, Matt Stafford beat Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. I don't know if he beat. Yep, he beat Joe. He beat. No, that wasn't him. Sorry, no, that wasn't. That was Jared Goff. So yeah. But you don't have to get. You got to have a quarterback that give you quarterback play like those guys. You get what I'm saying? Oh, you know what? First of all, I think it's gonna be. No, I don't think it's gonna be a high score game, Lou. Um, I'll say 20. I mean, I gotta give him another point too. I'll say 27-24. I'm gonna go Eagles though. 27-24. But Lou, he said, okay, we got it coming in here.
That's
30,
cap.
38
That,
Eagles. Okay.
that's cap. That's cap.
And 30-28 Chiefs. Oh, okay.
Grumpy,
Grumpy got the Chiefs.
Grumpy.
Crazy Dolphin got
Shout out to
thirty-five
Mr. Paul.
twenty-five.
Shout out to
Mr.
Mr.
Paul.
Paul.
Okay. Okay, they put it. They put They put them. All right, forget. Depending on the rough. He said, "Be depending on the rough." All right, then I was gonna give another score prediction, but let me get up out of here because I was.
Well, Tone, before you get up out of here, I just got one more question for you. And you know that I got to end the show like this. Who has the most pedigree in the Super Bowl? Which team has the better pedigree?
Well, it's clear.
Now, don't be laughing, Tone. Talk to
It's
me about
clear.
that pedigree,
It's,
Tone.
it's clearly the Kansas City Chiefs.
There you go,
Oh,
Tone.
listen,
There you
hold
go.
on. But do you think who got more dogs on their team?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know nothing about that. I don't talk about
Pedigree.
dogs. I talk about pedigree. I don't talk about
I
dogs.
mean, the dog. You need the dog to feed the pedigree to. I'm just saying, who got the most? Hey man,
Hey, I'm telling
listen.
y'all, Tony messy, man. I'm telling you.
How?
Yeah,
Oh,
Tony is messy, man.
hey yo, I'm messy.
Tony
I'm
been
messy.
sitting
Look at
here talking.
CCR. I'm not messy. So every
Oh shit. Oh.
so everybody's going with the Chiefs, huh? Uh, Grumpy, Mr. Pope, y'all all going with the Chiefs?
No, they were answering the question who got the better pedigree.
Okay, the Chiefs. Yeah. I understand. They got the biggest dog of them all. They got dog on Tom. Patrick Mahomes, but God, dog. But oh yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you before I get off. If Patrick Mahomes pulled this off, you put him in the greatest of all time.
He's in the
Quarterback?
conversation. He's
Or
in.
would you?
I don't know if he could still. Again, bro, listen. What Brady did was the best thing Brady could have did for himself was go to another team in the very first season and win a Super Bowl with another team. So that's
Mhm.
where the argument for me kind of still leans to Brady. But listen, it because bro, as a starting quarterback in this league, Patrick Mahomes don't know nothing else but Super Bowls and AFC Championship games. That's
That's
what he
it, bro.
knows as a starter. And it's 5 straight years to AFC Championship or 7 straight years. And in 5 years out of the seven, it's been Super Bowl
Super Bowl.
appearances.
Yeah.
And bro, he only had 4 Super Bowl wins with this one. With a three-peat, he'll have 4 in 5 years, bro.
Yeah.
So he enters the conversation, Tone. Listen, I think without because we've seen Terry Bradshaw has 4 Super Bowls, um,
Joe
Joe
Montana.
Montana has 4, right? But if Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs win this one, Tone, I think automatically he's the second best of all time.
I was
I
just
don't,
gonna say,
I
do
don't
you
think
put him
there's a
up with Joe
question.
Montana though? I was
Yes,
gonna ask you that.
yes, I do put him with a
But
three-peat on his resume.
but Joe Montana is undefeated in Super Bowls
I know,
and
but he
played
didn't
his
go.
best games in those games.
And he did, bro. Joe Montana didn't throw not one pick in the Super Bowl, not
He,
one.
he shows up.
Listen, there's
Yeah, Hall of
debates to
Famers
go
though. Already.
around
Oh, how many Hall of Famers you think are on this team right here? The last two Super Bowl. How many Hall of Famers you think is on that roster?
between both teams.
No. Between Kansas City last year and this year.
So Kelsey is a Hall of Famer.
Kelsey.
Mahomes obviously is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. What about Chris Jones?
Chris Jones, I believe, is a Hall of Famer.
And I don't know if we can say it for the offensive line, right? What about that? Oh, he's not there. Yeah, he is. What they guard name? That probably be a free agent this year.
Trey Smith. No,
You
I
think
don't
he?
think he's
No,
no,
no. So
no.
you said so three?
I would say, and again, I know people would probably argue Chris Jones, right?
Yeah,
They would probably argue him. I would say two for
I,
sure.
I think he
And if
gets
you want
in.
to, right. So listen. I would say two for sure, and a third is very possible. That's what I would say.
Dang, dang. How many? How many Hall of Famers did Demarino play with?
You know what? I'm not messing with you no more. End the show,
Oh,
goddamn it.
you know
I
what?
ain't messing.
My
Well,
bad, dog.
no.
I would.
You do no.
I
Do you want to get in that real quick conversation about what Dan Marino said today on the Pat McAfee show?
what do you say?
Tone. I brought it up in that Twitter space, but it was already winding down. Maybe this needs to be a topic of conversation, and we can give a little quick tease on it. But Dan Marino today on Pat McAfee's Tone said, and I quote, "Tua is our quarterback, and we have to do a better job of protecting him." Those
Oh,
were
okay. That what you were saying. Okay, I didn't know the Pat.
now, Tone. I just want to ask you. Week 2, the Dolphins didn't hurt Tua Tagovailoa. Tua hurt himself. He ran into Damar Hamlin against Houston, where everybody told me the hip injury happened. The Dolphins didn't hurt Tua. Tua was escaping the pocket, making a play with his legs, which I appreciate. And he got tackled by 2 gentlemen. He got hurt. I'm going to ask you, Tone, from what Dan Marino said, we have to do a better job. What did we, or how did we get Tua hurt this season?
Well, outside of the rib injury, not one or two of its injuries came from the offensive line play.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not one of them. Now, I get what they're saying, and listen, no one. What you expect Demarino to say? He's going to get on the camera. He's going to keep it PC. He's going to understand. He's the same one that told him pick a guy, let him fly. You have to. I guess you have to show belief in your guy. Excuse me, because you gave him the contract. What else you expect him to do? I don't expect, and to be honest with you, I I like debating with the people that still are on tour. You know what I'm saying? But as a fan, I'm not mad at you. I'm not going to tell you not to, you know, keep hope alive with Tua because that's what fans do. You want the people on your team to do as good as possible. You want them to be the best player, do their best, have their best season, show up, all that. You get what I'm saying? So I don't mind. Just the only argument you get from me, and I believe you too, Lou, is that listen, man, we just not convinced that he'll be able to get to where we think he can. Now, when the season rolled around, yes, we're going to be here rooting for him. You know what I'm saying? When Cincinnati gets in that building, y'all know I'm going to see Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? Going to see Joe Burrow. But I'm not going to lie to you. I hope he had a worst game of his career when he played us. No, and everybody knows that's my favorite quarterback. But when he stepped in that in Hard Rock Stadium, I'm gonna be the biggest fan, hoping he failed. I'm gonna be like, this got to be your worst game of your career, my boy, because he's going up against my team. So, don't get it twisted. I'm a fan of the logo. I just, we gonna give our honest takes. And Dan Marino, yeah, I think he was being politically correct. I'm politically correct on that by saying that because, come on, they gave him the contract. They stuck with him, Lou. So they got to say that. Let's be real.
Well, I'm gonna tell you two things. Since Tony said he wants to be real, I'm gonna be real here. Number one, I want Dan Marino's statue ripped out of the goddamn ground out of Hard Rock Stadium. That's what I want. I want Dan Marino's statue up out of there. And number two, this is real. Again, according to Tony, we're being real. When the Commanders come down next year to Miami, I will be in a Jaden Daniels jersey. That is a fact.
You better not. You better not, my boy.
I'm pulling up to the tailgate in Jaden Daniels jersey and Commander's hat. I'm telling you now. That is a fact.
You better not, Lou. I'm telling you right now, bro. You better not. Hey, man, listen. On that note, this man lost his mind. This man lost his mind, y'all.
You gonna see me at Hard Rock Stadium with a Jaden Daniels jersey on and some sunglasses, cause you know it's gonna be bright that day. God damn it.
Yo, I can't do that. Yeah, listen. On that note, this man Lewis tripping. He done had he been in that cabinet a little too long. His wife probably looking at him pissed off like we gotta go eat. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I think that's your wife saying say something so he can end the show real quick, abruptly. And I'm gonna say appreciate y'all for coming in. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way out. If y'all haven't hit the like button on the way in, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Put it on all. And yes, sir, man. We'll see y'all till the next time. You know what I'm saying? We'll see y'all. We out of here.